today we have a VINYASA sequence, which is looking at going with the flow. So when you're ready, take a seat. You can either sit down on a block or allow your sit bones to drop down in towards the earth. And closing down the eyes if that feels good. You can rest your palms on your thighs or on your knees. Rolling your shoulders back and down and elongating through your spine. We'll take a deep breath in here. And a full breath out. Beautiful. Deep breath in. Lengthen through the spine up to the crown of the head and exhale here. 3 more breaths just like this at your own pace. And I thought I'd read a little quote that I came back to this morning. So it says, life is a series of natural and spontaneous changes. Don't resist them. That only creates sorrow. Let reality be reality. Let things flow naturally forward in whatever way they like. And that is by Lao Tzu. When you're ready, we'll slowly start to open up the eyes. We'll cross the shins and meet in an all fours position, moving through a few rounds here of cat-cow. So you can close the eyes back down if that feels good. And on the inhale, drop the belly, tailbone lifts, broaden through your collarbones. And exhale, dome the back of your heart, press your navel up towards your spine. Inhale, drop the belly, tailbone lifts for your cow. And exhale to your cat pose as you draw your pelvis towards the back of your knees. A few rounds like this, just moving with your own breath. And you might like to just move intuitively and start making some circles with your spine. Syncing the breath and the body. And drawing your attention to how your body's feeling in this moment. You might feel some tight areas. Just bringing a sense of curiosity to this movement, allowing yourself to flow without any expectations or any judgments to how your body is feeling and how you're feeling. Beautiful. 1 more deep breath. Full breath out. We'll shift forward of the wrists, wrap your elbows in and lower all the way down towards the earth. Tend your fingertips towards the outside of your mat. Press down through all 10 toes. Engage your glutes, elbows up to the sky as we inhale. Lift up to a cobra. Shine your heart forward here and pause at the top. Can you roll your shoulders back and down as you expand and lift your heart forward? Gaze is forward. Take a deep breath in. And exhale, sink down towards the earth. Inhale for a rolling cobra, lift up. And exhale, melt all the way back down. 1 more like this. Deep breath in to lift. And exhale, melt down. Palms underneath your shoulders. Send your hips up and glide them all the way back towards your heels. Inhale, we'll ripple forward like a wave. Exhale to lower. Inhale, broaden through your collarbones. And exhale, glide your hips all the way back to your child's pose. 2 more like this. Inhale, ripple forward. Exhale, lower. Roll forward through the heart. Glide your hips all the way back. 1 more at your own pace. See if you can take it nice and slow. And we'll send our hips all the way back to our child's pose. Knees are nice and wide. This time we'll inhale, ripple forward. Lower your hips down towards the earth. So we're in this modified upward dog. Our thighs are pressing down on the earth. We're engaging our glutes. Take an inhale and flex and bend both knees, pointing all 10 toes up towards the sky. On your exhale, roll to the outer left hip. Beautiful. Allow your left rib cage to fan open as you breathe in. And allow your left shoulder to sink towards your left ear. Beautiful. Inhale, press your hips up towards the sky, reach up and overhead. And exhale, hips sink down towards the earth. Keep your left knee where it is, right knee behind the left sole of the foot, moving into a deer pose. So we reach forward and we're facing the back of our mat here. Allow your forehead to drop down. Take an inhale to lengthen. Exhale, melt. Beautiful. Come back to center. Place both palms down towards the front of your mat. So in a little bit of a twist here. And then lower your heart as we slinky ourselves down towards the earth. Inhale to your modified upward facing dog. Thighs are pressing down towards the earth. And bend up the knees and we'll shift over to the opposite side. So your right hip is down this time. Allow your rib cage to fan open and your right shoulder to lift up towards your right ear. On the inhale, send your hips up as you reach up and overhead. Lengthen through the left side body. And exhale, melt your hips all the way down. Keep the right leg where it is. Left knee behind the right sole of the foot. Deer pose as we lean over the right shin, reaching towards the back of your mat. Take a deep breath. Full exhale. We'll start to lift all the way back up. Place your palms towards the front of your mat. Come into this twist for a moment. And then as you exhale, glide your belly down towards the earth. Keep your toes up towards the sky. Inhale, lift your heart. And exhale, send your hips all the way back, downward facing dog. Beautiful. Inhale, ripple all the way forward and down. Take a deep breath in for a cobra. And then exhale, tuck your toes, send your hips up to your downward facing dog. Spread your fingers nice and wide. Maybe you'd like to pedal the feet out left and right. Okay. Put a nice bend in the knees and send your sit bones high to the sky. Deep breath in. Full exhale. One more like that. Deep breath in. Open the mouth. Exhale. Lift up high to your tippy toes. Bend the knees, look forward. Walk, step or float to the front of your mat. Take an inhale for a halfway lift through a flat back. Exhale, forward fold. Generous bend in the knees. Reach all the way up to the sky. Maybe look up to your fingertips. And exhale, hands to heart center, Samastiti. You can close down the eyes. Just take a deep breath in. And a grounding breath out. Beautiful. Reach up high to the sky. Exhale, forward fold. Beautiful. Suryanamaskar A B. Take an inhale for a halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Utkatasana chair pose. Bend the knees. Sink the hips down. So we've got weight in the heels, weight in the hips. Broaden through your collarbones. Take an inhale. Sink a little deeper. Take a breath in. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, plant the hands down. Step back to your high plank. Rock forward of the wrists. Your choice, you can float the knees down if you like. Otherwise, lower to your chaturanga. Take a cobra or an upward facing dog. Roll your heart forward. And exhale, send your hips up and back. Downward facing dog. Right heel lifts high to the sky. Flex those right toes towards your face. Shift forward, step forward. Warrior one. Spiral your left heel down towards the earth. Take a breath in. Exhale, sink deep. Palms touch the floor. Step back, high plank. Shift to your low plank. Cobra or upward dog. And exhale, hips up and back. Downward dog. Straight away. Left heel lifts high to the sky. Step forward, warrior one. Ground down through the outer blade of your right foot. Square your hips to the front. Sink deep as you exhale. Hands float down to frame the front foot and go through your flow. Meeting together, downward facing dog. Inhale high to your tippy toes. Bend the knees, look forward. Walk, step or float to the front of your mat. Take an inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Bend the knees, Utkatasana chair pose. Sink the hips down. Exhale, forward fold. Take an inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, plant the hands down, step back to your high plank. Shift forward, lower to your chaturanga. Cobra or upward dog. Exhale, hips up and back, downward facing dog. Right heel lifts. Shift forward, warrior one. Exhale, plant the hands down, step back, high plank. Lower to your chaturanga. Cobra or upward dog. Hips up and back, downward dog. Left heel straight away, lifts. Step forward, warrior one. Reach up high. Exhale, plant the hands down, step back, high plank. Low plank. Roll forward, broaden the heart. And exhale, send your hips up and back. Downward facing dog. Take a deep breath in and a full breath out. Right heel lifts high to the sky. Shift forward, step forward, warrior one. Beautiful. Pause here. Can you wrap in through the navel to the spine? Hug the outer ribs in and maybe soften somewhere in the upper body. Take a deep inhale. Sink deeper as you exhale. Interlace the hands behind your back. Lift your heart to the sky. It's humble warrior. Right shoulder to the inside of the right knee. Allow the crown of your head to drop down. Take a breath in. Full breath out. Inhale, we open up warrior two. Flip the front palm, reverse your warrior up and over. Right heel lifts. As we exhale, we're moving into rainbow. So press both palms down into the earth, and it's kind of like a high skandasana to the back of your mat. Flex your left toes towards your face. Take a breath in. Press your hips back as you exhale. Ground down through the right sole of the foot. Side angle. Right elbow, right knee. Left arm up and overhead. Take an inhale here. Stay as you exhale. Maybe you slightly lean back to spiral your heart up towards the ceiling. Easy twist, left palm down, right palm high to the sky. Float your back knee down, modified side plank. Extend your right leg long. Reach up and overhead with your right arm. Take a big breath in. Stay as you exhale. Maybe you move into, you either stay there or maybe you'd like to move into a modified wild thing. Press your right toe mound down into the ground as you reach up and overhead with your right fingertips. Big breath in to fill up. And exhale, plant both hands down towards the front of your mat. And we'll go through a float. There's always the choice to float the knees down to the earth or keep them lifted for your chaturanga. Left heel lifts high to the sky. Shift forward, warrior one. Spiral the right heel down into the earth. Sink deep as you exhale. Interlace the fingers behind your back and lift your heart to the sky as you take a breath in. Humble warrior. Allow the crown of your head to drop down towards the earth. Big breath in. Full breath out. Really nice. Open up, warrior two. Gaze over your front middle finger. Flip the front palm. Reverse your warrior up and over. Left heel this time lifts. Reach to the back of the mat. Rainbow pose. Flex your left toes. Bend up your right knee and plant both palms towards the front of your mat. Take a breath in here. Maybe sink your hips a little bit closer towards your right heel. Inhale, ground down through the left sole of the foot at side angle. 2 rounds of breath here. Just notice your left shoulder, that you're not dumping into it. Can you lift up and out? Easy twist, right palm down, left fingertips high to the sky. Modified side plank, float your right knee down. Extend left leg long. Flex those left toes. Grow long as you inhale. As you exhale, modified wild thing. Left toe mound down towards the earth. Spiral and open your chest high to the sky. Exhale, left palm down. Step back to your high plank. Shift forward. Lower to your chaturanga. Take a cobra or an upward dog, and we'll meet together in a downward facing dog. Take a deep breath in. Full exhale. One more like that. Deep breath in. Full cleansing breath out. Right heel lifts as you breathe in. Shift forward, step forward, warrior one. Interlace your fingers. Lift your heart. Humble warrior. Inhale up to warrior two. Flip your front palm, reverse your warrior, right heel lifts. Rainbow, reach to the front of your mat. Side angle, right elbow, right knee, left arm up and overhead. Easy twist, left palm down, right fingertips high to the sky. Your choice, you can move into modified side plank, normal side plank, or maybe Vashistasana. Or right heel lifts high to the sky. Take a breath in. Maybe wild thing is calling you as you blossom your heart, open up. And exhale, high plank. Move through your flow here. Take your time. See if you can notice your breath as you move. And we'll meet in a downward dog. Full breath in. Cleansing breath out. Left heel lifts high to the sky. Shift forward, warrior one. Sink deep as you exhale. Interlace the fingertips. Lift your heart. Humble warrior. Inhale. Lift up, warrior two. Flip your front palm. Reverse your warrior. Breathe through the left side body. Rainbow, reach up and over towards the front of your mat. Flex those left toes. Side angle, left elbow, left knee, right arm up and overhead. Easy twist, right palm down, left fingertips high to the sky. Your choice, modified side plank. Let's see, otherwise, full Vashistasana on the left side. Take a deep breath in. Stay as you exhale. Release the toe if you have it. Move into your wild thing. Reach your heart to the sky. Exhale. Left palm down towards the front of the mat. And we'll go through a flow together. Drop the knees nice and wide. And send your hips all the way back towards your heels for a child's pose. Take 5 full rounds of breath in your child's pose. Maybe imagining a jellyfish swimming as you breathe in, the back of your heart expands. And sinking down into the support of your mat as you exhale. Two more rounds of breath. Noticing what is showing up for you in this moment. Can you allow it to come in and flow out? Beautiful. Inhale. Lift back up to an all fours. Tuck your toes under. Send your hips to the sky. Downward dog. Take a few steps towards the front of your mat. We'll inhale for a halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, we're stepping back to our warrior one foundation. From here, we'll open up to a side angle. Right elbow, right knee. Slowly start to move into a bind. If bind is not here for you, you can stay in your side angle. If you have your bind, start to look down towards your right toes. Step forward, left foot to match the right. Right heel lifts, and we're moving into bird of paradise. As we press down through the left sole of the foot, our right knee reaches high to the sky. Stay here, or maybe you start to extend your right leg, your right toes high, embracing all of the wobbles. If you fall out, just jump back into it. Have a play here. And we'll come out the way we came in, lowering our right foot down, stepping back into our bound side angle. Plant the hands down, step back, downward dog. Maybe reach the right heel up to three-legged dog, open up the hip. Oh, feels nice, beautiful. Heels to the sky, bend the knees, look forward and take a few steps to the front of your mat. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. One more, inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fingertips down, step back to your warrior one stance. Next breath in, we move into our side angle. Maybe you're slowly, slightly rotating your torso up towards the sky. Stay here or go for your bind. You know where we're going now. Turn your torso high to the sky. Wrap your left glute underneath you. Stay here or maybe look down towards your left toes and step forward, right foot to match the left. Lift your left heel. Start to look forward and gently lift your left knee up. Stay here, or maybe, see if I kick this door, maybe you reach your toes high to the sky and extend your left leg. Really nice, everyone. Take a breath in. Exhale, left foot down, step back, side angle. Beautiful. Slowly release your hands down to the earth. Step back, high plank. We'll go through one final vinyasa and glide our hips all the way back to a child's pose. Forehead kisses the mat here. And then we'll gently lift up to a kneeling stand. Palms facing high to the sky. 3 rounds of breath here. Can you notice whatever is showing up, all of the sensations, the feelings, the thought patterns that might be showing up in this moment? And can you allow yourself to soften somewhere that might be holding on tight? Releasing somewhere in the body or the mind. And drawing yourself back in towards your breath. One more deep breath in. And a full breath out. We'll gently make our way to a seated position. We're moving into Gomukhasana. So wrap your right leg underneath you and your left leg on top. Pressing down through the outer blades of both feet. We'll lift our heart to the sky. And you can stay here, or if you like, slowly start to lean forward over your shins, over your knees, bowing over to yourself, paying yourself gratitude for being here on your mat today. And we'll slowly start to lift up. And you can simply switch legs or do a funky little twist where we lift up and go all the way around to the other side. One side might feel a little bit awkward compared to the other, and that's okay. Take a breath in, lengthen through the crown of your head, and maybe start to gently lean forward over your shins. Maybe the crown of the head drops down. Just slowly starting to release any tension. If you notice any parts in the body that are tense, can you send your breath there? And then on the exhale, see if you can allow it to soften. We'll gently lift ourselves all the way back up. Extend both legs long towards the front of your mat. Flex all 10 toes to your face, reach up high, and exhale, forward fold over your front thighs. Take an inhale to lift up, and exhale, we'll meet together lying on our backs. Draw both knees in towards your chest, big squeeze. We'll move into a simple twist. Allow both toes to drop down towards the earth. And knees drop towards the right. If there is another twisty version you prefer, go for it. Otherwise, just simply allowing the knees to drop to the right. You might like to place your right heel on your left outer knee. And we'll swap sides. Allow both knees to drop towards the left, maybe the left heel on top of the right outer knee. Draw both knees in towards your chest. Give yourself a nice big squeeze. Maybe your forehead draws closer towards your knees. Take a deep breath in. And exhale, allow everything to drop, open, expand into your Shavasana. Palms up towards the ceiling. Closing down the eyes. Allowing all of the engagements and movements and energy that we've created to nourish the body here. Allowing the body to relax after all of the work it's done for you. Noticing the muscles in your face, can you allow them to each relax? Your jaw, the cheeks, your eyes, space behind your eyes, your temples, your eyebrows, and the space in between your eyebrows, and your forehead, and your ears. And you're welcome to stay here a little longer. Just turn me off if you would like to. Otherwise, we'll bring our breath, conscious breath, back into the body, filling the lungs up, filling the heart space. Maybe a sigh out. You might like to give yourself a full body stretch. Lengthening from the tippy toes up to your fingertips. And we'll eventually meet in a seated position. Keeping the eyes closed, lengthening through the spine. Bringing the hands to heart center. We'll take a deep breath in together. And bow our head towards our heart on the breath out. Thank you so much, everyone, for participating and coming to your mat today. If you have any comments or suggestions for any other classes, please send me a comment. Otherwise, thank you so much.